Greetings in the divine name of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I the First, King Alpha, and I Divine Mother, Empress Menen Queen Omega, and I the children of Jah, Rastafari, representing for the Ankh Nation family, popularly known as Africa. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in I sight, O Jah. Greetings ones and ones. Once again, give thanks for lending ear so I can articulate Rastafari. Now, this word sound is in relation to today, a Jamaica independence. But in this vibrates is not so much about Jamaica independence, but through the lens of Rastafari, and I speak to Rastafari community, and I as Rastafari in general, is that when I go defend I sovereignty, reason why I not to use the word independent, because once you get independence or you win independence, it shows that you was dependent on someone else. So now you extricate yourself. But through I Rastafari, I see Rastafari as sovereign people, indomitable people. I choose the word sovereignty. And sovereignty itself is something deeper, goes deeper than independence. But nonetheless, in relation to Jamaica independence, I look to Rastafari sovereignty and to the Rastafari community in general. And I reason with the ones and ones them. Now, specifically to, I'm going to move the Rasta artists them. Specifically to all I know, but I speak to the Rasta artists them, and the reason why I speak to the Rasta artists them is because they have gained the most out of Rastafari, speaking the name Rastafari and globally spreading the word of Rastafari through entertainment. At least it started out like that, under the banner of reggae music. I message music, which them title it now and call it reggae music, and I entertain it out now. But nonetheless, we are talking about sovereignty, going back to the footsteps of Marcus Garvey and Leonard Howell. Because we have to bring it to foundation, you know. And in the 30s, Rastafari, 30s to the 50s, Rastafari was very, or even to the 60s, we can get it even to the early, to the 60s, early 60s, or let's just say 60s, and leave it there. So. From the 30s to the 60s, no, I get it from Leonard Howell's space, 50s. From the 30s to the 50s, Rastafari was very active, political. And when I say following the footsteps of Marcus Garvey and Leonard Howell, we are talking about self-reliance. Leonard Howell is the first Rastaman for I give him the title as the first Rastaman. You have ones and ones out there who say otherwise, I want to debate it. I don't depend on debating with no one. And I just speak through the lens of Rastafari. Now Leonard Howell, out of theme pocket, when the attack claps drop in a St. Thomas, and even the pressure against Rasta, him shift go all the way. What them call it St. Jago Heights now. Leonard will name it Pinnacle. And him established a self-sustaining community. And it was self-reliant. When I say self-sustained, it was self-reliant. They have everything to them disposal before the colonial authorities destroyed because they don't want I and I to have an example, and I and I to lead by example by establishing a whole heap more community. Now, we have to give credit where credit is due, you know. We say Prince Emmanuel established Bobo Hill, but along the way it shift up. So now I go harp on that too much. But me I speak to the entertainers. The ones that have gained the most out of Rastafari tried to Rastafari word sound within music. Now, I'm going to start off from the top of the list. Bob Marley. And I say Bob Marley. And I'm live trad. We hear this many goods that him do. When him help out people. But when I talk about Rastafari, it's always collective. So we not individualize charitable givings or charitable expressions, because sometimes that can be misleading. We are talking about meaningful that will benefit the Rastafari community and build the Rastafari community. And it becomes living, just like our Rastafari manifesting in the 30s, and it is still here today. And it's still evolve. A lot of things is slow in progress, but nonetheless we still there and trying, and we still hold on to Rastafari. Because I know said viable. Now, Bob Marley, the world, through Rastafari world sound, put him on a pedestal. And within his achievements, in return to Jamaica, and we hear about the things that we do. Now, the Marley families, the legacy of Bob Marley. Nana Rita, I'm going to salute Nana Rita too. Because enough people say Bob Marley, but in fullness I get for Overstand say Nana Rita established Scots Pass, get the rest of them Scots Pass. And it end up being through the Rastafari trad a gathering point for Rastas until the fiasco that me will call it, because Bob Marley daughter named Stephanie for step in and take it away. Now, I question the motive of the take away, you know. But nonetheless, and this is surrounding Sizzler. That the word I'm hear Sizzler come on Irie FM and state for him position. And a whole heap of little things surrounded him in general, but we have to speak to the Marley them. Now the Marleys, for I and I, has gained the most out of Rastafari. Even though now them are going to take it as if it's their individual or them father individual doings and them father accomplishment, and them are built upon it. But nonetheless, you have to go back to the foundation. Before Bob Marley starts speak Rastafari and sing about Rastafari and declare Rastafari, him wouldn't become the Bob Marley that he is today. It doesn't even matter if them people that they behind the scene are tailor-made and shape him how they want to shape him. That's how they are shaped him today. Leaning and pushing him on a pedestal and putting him towards the Rastafari ambassador, the One Love ambassador. And that is a whole now that all them come now for mislead and misdirect the Rastafari trad with his One Love, all inclusive crap. Nonetheless, Him set the pace, Bob Marley. Now, them take with Scott's parts. I never like that. And there are some valid points, but the points them that is manifested with when we hear about the water bill and all of that could have been overlooked through the lens of Rastafari, operating from the scope of Rastafari. Because at the end of the day, if it was not for Rastafari, where would the Marley be today? I mean, I ask the question again. If it was not for Rastafari, where would Bob Marley be today? So, you can't take Rastafari teachings and Rastafari words on creating the great man that he have become today, Bob Marley. And out of that inheritance, the legacy as part, his children now are carry it, and Nana Rita help lay the foundation. No, not even say help, she lay the foundation. Can't forget her idea. She lay the foundation and carry on the legacy. Now, irrespective to all of the irrespective, we just have to speak through the lens of Rastafari right now. So now, Nana gave, and ones and one would want to say Stephanie, but I'm not going to relate to square blame against Stephanie. I'm going to just say, the Marleys take. They might protect the Marley name or not. They might protect the Marley name, but at the end of the day, through the lens of Rastafari, it don't look good. I don't dig that. As a children of Rastafari, because Bob Marley have gained the most out of Rastafari as far as I is concerned. You see it, and if it wasn't for Rastafari, the individual man that he is could have never have done what he have done. And we can go back to the foundation of Bob Marley and look what he was before Rastafari. Him declare Rastafari.